Hi, welcome to Sync. We heard the feedback. It's bi-weekly news show where we give you a TLDR, no BS recap of what's been going on in the gaming industry from March 20th through the 24th of 2020. As always, the bar on the bottom of your screen will fill as each story progresses, so feel free to skip around. All the timestamps along with the sources are in the description, and my name is MikeyDood. Let's get started. Life Alyx Roundup. To start off, Life Alyx launched yesterday, March 23rd at 10 AM Pacific time, and is shaping up to be one of the best tech demos that masquerade as games in the best way possible. Doom and Quake, which Half-Life is built on, followed similar ideas when forwarding ideas within their games. Life Alyx is meant to be a true showcase of what Valve has learned building a world around VR, and the industry will have a chance to either accept or reject it. Now for playing the game, most VR headsets will work, including the Oculus Quest and other Windows WMR headsets. All the headsets compatible are shown off on the screen. It doesn't require the Valve Index, but Valve does recommend it for the best compatibility with Alyx. Reviews have come in strong for the game, with an average of 93 on Metacritic once the embargo on the reviews lifted. If you have any complaints though, feel free to email Gaben at gaben@valvesoftware.com. He tends to go through these pretty often. Bethesda ships Doom Eternal crack with retail release. Doom Eternal was cracked on day one thanks to some gracious developer at LD Software. The independent studio under Bethesda released Doom Eternal with de novo copy protection. Works well but has its issues. When crackers got their hands on the retail copy, they found an included executable file named original.exe, which was 1/4 the size of the included executable for Doom Eternal. This original.exe had no de novo code and runs the game with no noticeable differences. This effectively makes Doom Eternal DRM free, if by accident. It still requires a Bethesda.net login, so you can't just run off and pirate it. PS5 backwards compatibility clarification. After a short announcement followed the release of the PS5 details, Sony offered an update on what exactly they meant when they said the top 100 titles from the PS4 would be playable on the PS5. They cleared up any questions by detailing that the PS5 would be compatible with over 4,000 titles from the PS4. Also, the emulation mode would emulate both the PS4 and PS4 Pro, leveraging all the tech developers worked with. It's nice to see Sony offer backwards compatibility after the disaster that was PS3 emulation on the PS4, which never happened. Xbox backwards compatibility update. Microsoft has tweeted out more details on the backwards compatibility features of the Xbox Series X, stating they have put in more than 100,000 hours already into testing various 360 and OG Xbox games on the Series X. They can already confirm thousands of games will be playable at launch. We're glad backwards compatibility is more of a focus to both Microsoft and Sony this time around. Call of Duty 2020 leak. We could be looking at a rebooted Black Ops in 2020 from Treyarch, similar to the rebooted Modern Warfare we got in 2019, according to a barrage of leaks that have recently appeared on the internet. The game will apparently feature an intense and gory campaign with the return of fan favorites Woods and Mason, with a dual focus on the Cold War and Vietnam, more focus given to the latter. Multiplayer DLC will reportedly be free, but a zombie season pass could come about. This leak makes sense, as Modern Warfare was a huge success for Activision, and as such, reboots for the other COD franchises seem like a sure bet to them. Modern Warfare 2 Remastered shows up on Korean rating board. Spiel Times has noticed a leak in the always reliable Korean ratings board, this time being a listing for a Modern Warfare 2 campaign remastered, submitted on the February the 26th. Though we haven't heard anything official on this title from Activision Blizzard, it has leaked numerous times in the past, and the ratings board would be some of the final steps in the path to release, so we may be closing in on some sort of Modern Warfare 2 remaster. Whether or not it has everyone's treasured multiplayer is another question entirely, but we'll just have to wait and see. Spyro game rumor. Noted leaker The Gaming Revolution has possibly revealed the existence of a new Spyro title in the works at Activision. It's possible these could be remasters, as there are many titles in the Spyro franchise beyond what Activision has already remastered, but the tweet states that a new Spyro title is in the works. Another wait and see title, but one that could possibly pan out to be more interesting than a remaster. Echo Followup. In a follow-up to a story last week revolving around the release of the new Overwatch hero Echo, we have her abilities and gameplay shown off for you. Echo is categorized as a DPS hero with a basic kit of a triple shot launcher, sticky grenades, and the ability to dash and fly freely. The game changer literally is her ultimate duplicate, which allows Echo to copy any enemy hero's abilities and their ult. Early videos have shown off some synergies that show Echo will be devastating to play against. The character is up on the PTR now, with a release coming soon. Warframe Scarlet Spear launch trailer. In a new trailer this week, Digital Extremes showed off the next update for Warframe, Operation Scarlet Spear. A new war has been waged against the solar system by a group known as the Sentients. Without spoiling much, players will have to band together in different large group operations to take down this new invading force before time runs out. The new equipment and enemies look amazing, and this is a new spin on Warframe, one where the players aren't the ones being feared. We can't wait to see where Digital Extremes takes Warframe next. Operation Scarlet Spear launches later this month on PC and roughly 2 weeks later on PS4 as well as Xbox One. First look at Project XCloud. After a year of talking about their new streaming project, word released this week that Microsoft is internally testing their Project XCloud service. This service would allow anyone on PC to play the Xbox One library from any device, similar to other game streaming services that have popped up over the last 2 years. This one shows some promise since Microsoft is taking it very seriously. The hardware shown off for the servers is 8 Xbox One S's shoved into one server rack mount, providing some serious power to play these games. Microsoft hopes to get these even more upgraded before the service releases to the public. Final Fantasy VII update on release. Square Enix has checked in with fans on Twitter to announce the release of Final Fantasy VII Remake will go ahead as planned on Friday, April 10th. They note that many customers may not be able to get their hands on box copies due to the ongoing threat of COVID-19, but they will be monitoring the situation. Digital copies obviously will be unaffected. Call of Duty Warzone hits 30 million in 2 weeks. Call of Duty Warzone burst on the scene 2 weeks ago and this week surpassed 30 million players in what is the most popular battle royale game yet. Both Fortnite and Apex hadn't reached this level of success, and yet the question still stands. Is this game popular because it released right when people went into quarantine, or is it really that good? Only time will tell, but this writer loves the fact that it's the one battle royale that truly feels like fun once you get into it. Artifact officially under construction. In a series of interviews this past week by Gaben, a lot of information about Valve's previous undertakings were revealed, including a small tidbit around the failed card game Artifact. The game is now officially under construction for a full rework, internally being called Artifact 2. Anyone going on the Artifact site will now see the small news post just made by the Artifact team that reads, "First off, we wanted to say thanks for all of your tweets, emails, and posts. The continued interest in Artifact has been encouraging and we sincerely appreciate all of the feedback. The servers will be undergoing some behind the scenes maintenance and we should hear more once Life Alyx is out." Uno Flip. A twist on a classic, Uno Flip was announced this week by developer PlayScope. Along with all the normal Uno fun players are accustomed to, the flip style brings a whole new level to gameplay. Each card has something on each side, and if someone plays a flip card, everyone's hands flip. These cards have a whole different take on Uno, and it's definitely very interesting. Hopefully, it still includes the classic mode, which has fans far and wide. It launched on the Xbox One, PS4, PC, and Switch this past week, and looks like a good party game to pick up with some of the friends. Cities Skylines Sunset Harbor expansion. Cities Skyline has dropped a trailer and release date March 26th for a new water-themed expansion entitled Sunset Harbor. New features include commercial fishing with a variety of boats, plus new public transport options, more air travel, water treatment plants for processing wastewater, along with 5 new maps with boreal, temperate, and tropical climates among them. All in all, this sounds like a big update for the game for fans to be excited about. Sony cracking down on Nintendo IP in Dreams. A Dreams content creator named Pieces of Craft has revealed that Sony is taking action on behalf of third parties to remove infringing content from the game. PC stated a big video game company, seemingly Nintendo, as most of his popular creations are based around Mario, had reached out to Sony Europe to get his project shut down. It will be interesting to see how these sort of conflicts play out in the future in Dreams. Animal Crossing on track for a highly successful launch. Noted game sale analyst Benji Sales has set expectations for a huge weekend for Nintendo's Animal Crossing New Horizons. He is anticipating 12 million copies shipped for the game over the coming months, as Animal Crossing New Leaf hit that in its lifetime to be previously best-selling Animal Crossing title. Digital sales are not visible yet, and yet Benji Sales is confidently predicting a crazy launch for the title. Congratulations to Nintendo. Hopefully all those bells will pay off their house for Tom Nook. Alright everyone, that's Sync for the 20th through the 24th of March. If you haven't subscribed yet but you'd like to, you know exactly where that button is. Lastly, let us know what you've been playing down in the comments. Once again, thank you for watching and we'll see you next week here at Sync.